Hello and welcome to the second episode of TF2 Talks. Today we're going to talk about one of my most favorite weapons, the Quick Fix. A lot of people hate the Quick Fix. A lot of people say, oh, it's terrible, doesn't have overheal. But the Quick Fix is one of my favorite weapons. So I really don't understand all this hate, because the Quick Fix, it has so many things going for it. It has the increased heal rate. It has the other cool stuff. But anyway, let's get started. I love the Quick Fix. I love it because it's different, but it's not overpowered. So if you're not familiar with the Quick Fix, let's just take a quick look at the stats. So here we have the plus 40% heal rate. And right off the bat, that's some kind of important. This gun heals really fast. We also have the plus 25% uber charge rate. We have it cannot overheal, and you can move at the speed of any faster heal target. Also, the uber charge, instead of making you invulnerable, instead increases the healing by 300% and grants immunity to movement and parrying effects. Now, when you first saw this weapon, you would probably think, oh, look at this heal rate. I could probably use this heal rate. I could use it to fix things quickly. And that's, I think, the first thing that people don't get about the Quick Fix. They try to use it as a pocketing medigun. They try to stay on one person and keep healing him. And that's not how the gun works all the time. So let's go for the three main things that I think make the Quick Fix a fun and useful weapon. Number one, I will call Triage, because that is a fancy medical term for emergency healing on the field of battle. And that is exactly what the Quick Fix does. You go on the field of battle, and you walk up to people, and you heal them. You heal them if they're hurt, you fix them up quickly, and you get them back in the fight. And you can even do this while they're fighting. This is why I think the Quick Fix is so interesting, because it's really a medigun where you get to fight alongside your teammates. You get to be there for them, you get to know exactly what they're fighting, and how much health they have, and you just get complete control of the battlefield because you're in it. This category is really all about the faster healing, because in addition to healing people in the field of battle while they're battling, increasing their combat effectiveness, you can go up to them after the battle when they're wounded. You can run up to them, and you can heal them all the way back to full health in no time at all. Well, no time compared to the regular minigun. After switching from the Quick Fix back to the regular minigun, it feels like healing people takes so slow, and they really need that heals now, especially if they're being pressed on by more enemies. There are more people coming, preparing to counter push. And generally, it's a great addition to a weapon when you can just run in, you can see someone taking damage, taking fire, you can start healing them, and you can see the immediate effects of your healing. You can see them regenerate their health really fast. You could see how, without you there, they probably would have died. And you can also do this in a variety of other ways, like preventing fire damage, preventing fall damage. You could do this with the regular minigun, but it's not half as effective. Well, 60%. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, number two, mobility. The Quick Fix has two really nice abilities which give the medic extra mobility. The first one is his ability to copy the speed of a faster heal target, like a scout. If you begin healing a scout, you will move as fast as a scout, you can dodge as fast as a scout, and you have the health regeneration to boost. So if you're healing a scout, you essentially become a lean, dodging, regenerating medic machine. And if you're good at dodging rockets and kills and stuff like that, you can dodge like a scout. You are a scout when you're healing a scout. And this utility, I think, is what makes the Quick Fix especially useful. Especially when you use the speed bonus to roll out. So you can get there with the scouts, you can help the scouts fight their scout battles before anyone else gets there. Except skilled demo man and soldiers, of course. Speaking of demo man and soldiers, if you heal a demo man or a soldier while they're doing their rocket jumps or sticky jumps, you get to jump along with them. And this was added in a recent patch, and I think it helps the Quick Fix in numerous ways. When you're pocketing a soldier, you have to watch out for those rocket jumps, but if you can anticipate the rocket jumps, you can do great things. You can vault behind people and use your uber saw. You can go up to new places. You can follow your soldier when he jumps around. It's a great mobility tool, and you can just latch onto a soldier while he's about to do a rocket jump, and you can go across the battlefield in seconds. This mobility, this utility, I think is what makes the quick fix especially good, augmented with its especially useful healing power. And all this combined, I think, makes the quick fix very versatile. You can go in, you can heal people, or you can stay back and you can buff people who are leaving the fight, so they can quickly get back in the fight. You can do so many things with this minigun, and that's not even talking about the Uber charge, which charges really fast, by the way. But we're getting to that in a little bit. It can help the team push, it can help a stealth back attack, you can essentially act as a combat attachment to your pocket. You can use a scout to get behind their lines. There's just so much you can do with this minigun that you can't do with the regular minigun. And now, another reason why this minigun is so hated is because it's Uber charge. People don't like when they're getting mega healed, people don't see it as a threat, but really, it's just like an Uber charge. Especially when you're only going against a few people. I mean, the medic can still be backstabbed or headshot, but if you're paying attention, those kinds of things won't happen. Like, if you could just look around while you're healing someone, I mean, you're not doing any shooting, so you should be able to check for snipers and spies. The former, you can't really do anything about. It's them jumping around like a spaz and hoping they can't hit you. But that's kind of just how it goes with the snipers. The Uber is great. It charges really fast. It's always there when you need it. That's what I always find. Whenever I need some extra heals, whenever I'm about to die, whenever my pocket needs a little push, I always have that Uber ready. And that applies if you're skilled. I mean, don't expect to always have it, like literally always have it, because it doesn't charge that fast, but you get what I'm saying. It's really useful. It's so undervalued. And speaking of undervalued, there's one more undervalued thing about this minigun, is its resistance to push force. Now, most people probably don't notice, myself included, but it's probably very useful. You can't get air blasted by pyro, you can't get knocked back by soldier rockets, you can't even get knocked back by sentry. You can do so much with the quote-unquote little mini push that the quick fix gives. It's almost as effective as an Uber in almost every way. And plus, you can, unlike an Uber, you can use it to quickly heal, like even faster than you normally heal, all your teammates back to health in seconds, in a flash, in a snap of your fingers. And by the time you'll need it again, you'll probably have it again. So it's just great like that. Now, I'm not trying to say that the quick fix, oh, this is the best minigun ever, you should never use the regular minigun because the quick fix is the best. Because obviously the lack of overheal is a big downside. You lose the ability to buff up your team, you lose the ability to give them extra health to do rocket jumps, you lose the ability to give them that extra health in combat that they might need, and they might have to face off against. And you also lose the extremely useful pushing power of an Uber. I mean, totally invulnerability is just hard to beat. However, I think we would agree that the quick fix can give you that combat edge, if you will, where the minigun kind of falls short on this, in some regards. However, the minigun does have the overheal as an added bonus, but to offset that, the quick fix has a lot of added utility, such as the quick fix jumps, the overhealing scout, and the mega heal. I would agree that the most avid users of the quick fix would agree that it is a lesser pushing force compared to the minigun. So if you look at this chart, they look about even, so I don't know, but I'll catch you later. This has been the second episode of TF2 Talks. I hope you enjoyed.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.